P&G LifeLabs, how we're reshaping the brand narratives from Ioana Matei. Ioana is the head of Immersive Technologies for P&G Procter & Gamble. She has worked in the industry for about more than 7 years. She's driving corporate executions using immersive technologies. She is currently working with P&G brands to reshape the brand narratives and the citizenship stories with using new technologies. But most importantly, Ioana has co-founded Women in Immersive Technologies, an NGO supporting women in creative and technology spaces. And they're also a huge partner to AWE. Please help me in welcoming Ioana.
Cool. Thank you for the introduction. A bit nervous today. I haven't been on a stage for a while, at least on a physical stage, and jet lag is kicking in, but I'm happy to see you all here, the courageous ones that are now in the room, and also the people online that are watching us, so welcome. I want to talk today about P&G LifeLab, which has shaped a few years back as a brand experience for us to showcase our innovation, our brand innovation and citizenship stories. Normally, how P&G LifeLab materializes it in a physical booth construct at CES. So we present at CES our product and innovation. And last year, when CES came back to us and said, oops, there is no more a physical event, then my chief design officer and my chief brand officer came to me and said, Ioana, let's try to reinvent ourselves and see how we can go to CES in a digital form. And this is how the virtual P&G LifeLab came to life. But before diving in and what did it take, what was the challenges, what were some of the design choices that we made, I want to spend some time on P&G brand heritage. We are a company of 184 years old, and Mr. McElroy has created brand marketing in the industry. So we come with all of this lineage of not only product innovation, but huge brand and advertising heritage. And we've always been a socially focused company, but in the last 20 years, our citizenship stories have evolved. I mean, you see 2 examples there of the Children's Safe Drinking Water program and Always Like a Girl, but many, many campaigns that we launch. So this is like a history of a small history of our company. And one other thing, when you launch something at P&G, even if it's only for CES in the US, immediately after you need to think, how do I scale? And scaling for us means this. We are a $76 billion company operating in more than 180 countries. When, after CES, after we launched the Virtual LifeLab, my chief design officer came to me and said, Ioana, let's do an employee event of P&G. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to put 100,000 people in this experience. So this is what scale means for us, and this is how quick it goes. Now, our brands, we have super iconic brands. I mean, you should have, I think you have at least one of them in your home with years and years of experience and brand experience. We work with the top media and creative agencies for our marketing campaigns. And the sheer creativity and legacy we have on this brand marketing is enormous. We are one of the top advertisers in the company, in the world. I think we just reclaimed #1 biggest advertiser in the world. So the campaigns that we launch that support this brand are amazingly good. So what I want to do right now is I want to play just a bit, a snapshot of what those campaign means in a traditional form, like 2D form. And then I want you to take a moment and think, when your chief brand officer comes to you and say, you need to put this in an immersive space, what would you do? And then we'll come back after. Let's see if this works. Dennis, maybe? Thank you. So I'll just stop here. There is 5 more minutes of this. But now, whatever you imagine, how you translate this into an immersive experience, now put a time frame of 3 months on it, because this is what we had to work with. So it was 3 months before CES, and we needed to implement brand experiences on an immersive LifeLab. But we still decided to do this at CES as a learning experience, and our leaders were very keen on trying and understand how this technology works, and trying to disrupt ourselves in the way we engage with our consumers, our media, or our customers. And this is how the Virtual LifeLab came to life, which is a multiplayer, avatar-based experience built on an Unreal gaming engine. And it's both on web, and we also designed it for the Quest. So when you enter in the experience, you create your avatar, like in the usual platforms in VR, and then you get into an elevator where you experience the history of P&G with the products and the imagery there. And then you get spawned into the LifeLab where you're meeting with the other avatars and you can talk and interact. We built 3 brand experiences. One is oral care, which is the Oral-B IO toothbrush. We created this bristle-like environment, and you had additional video content to explain how the product works and sustainability stories. And then we created an experience that is Our Planet, Our Home, sustainability experience. It's called the 50-liter home that showcases how you can save water at home and what does it mean for the planet. And you get the cup and you can donate water to charity of the Children's Safety and Drinking Program. Home care with our products in the home, so needed during those COVID days as well. And also some of the sustainability stories there. And then you can connect with the P&G innovators at the bar. And we had an HR and a shopping area. So this was the CES execution of LifeLab. Some of the facts, we've opened LifeLab for 3 days during CES. We had a lot of media, customer tours, and executive interviews. Mark Pritchard, our Chief Brand Officer, had an interview with Forbes in avatar form in LifeLab. I was filming them, so they chatted in avatar form at the bar. And that was their 1-hour interview that will classically happen on the floor. We had roughly 4,000 visits, which is for us like maybe a day and a half of visitor on a normal CES physical experience. But most important for us and eye-opening was people spent 15 minutes in that experience interacting with our brands. If you think that a traditional web page, you spend between 1 and 7 seconds interacting with the content, spending 15 minutes is huge for us as a brand experience. And people were coming back, media was coming back, I want to see, and I want to do the 50-liter home again, and so on. So there was a lot of repeat visit as well. We got a lot of media press, and that was the purpose as well for this execution and for CES as well, to bring out there our brand innovation and citizenship stories. And I took some snippets for you. We were #2 best experience at CES. But what was most important for us is the tech didn't overpower the media, was our brands. And this is where we said, okay, this is a success, because it's not about the tech, it's about what are the brands there, what they can do, what's the innovation. And for us, that was very good media impressions, and we had pages and pages of sustainability efforts and on our key innovations that we brought there. We had a huge also success internally. So I call it the red carpet. So you see in the picture there, my chief design officer, Phil Duncan, our communication leader, Robin Schroeder, and then the gentleman, fine gentleman that is practicing his dance moves, because you can dance in LifeLab, is no other than our former CEO, David Taylor. So he spent an hour and a half, that was 30 minutes more than planned, with us in LifeLab, and was really impressed with the technology. He humbly went through the experience and really asked a lot of questions, and also asked our presidents to come in. So during LifeLab, when we opened, we've seen avatar-based presidents popped up, and it was like Beyonce coming on stage. For us, was like, oh my God, the president of beauty is here, oh my God. So it was really, really great, and we had a huge shout internally as well. This is the team avatar form that supported LifeLab because it's an avatar-based and a human interaction. We had ambassadors and staff members that were guiding the crowds, that were explaining the products, how they work, and managing the crowds and the interactions there. And what did we learn? I mean, I will spend more time in the deep dive on the 6 immersive lessons learned, but this is kind of high level, right? So importantly for us, and I think the realization, which is naturally for the immersive tech, is the fact that you put the consumer at the center. So because